Shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
Dear Mr. Sith Chicken, we are pleased to inform you you have been accepted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Unfortunately, due to current world circumstances, we are unable to have students on site. But a leveler will be arriving shortly to deliver you your school supplies. Sincerely, Professor Minerva McGonagall.
What the? Ah! Don't scare me like that. Oh, don't just walk into people's houses uninvited. Well, anyways, here is your school stuff. You're in year 5, aren't you? Standard book of spells. 1 history of magic. 1 magical theory. 1 a beginner's guide to transfiguration. 1,000 magical herbs and fungi. 1 fantastic beasts and where to find them. 1 the dark forces, a guide to self-protection. And 1 defensive magical theory, grade 5. Parchment and quill. Put this on your head. What happened to the sorting hat? It was considered unsanitary to use the same hat for everyone. Okay.
Hufflepuff!
Nice, I was in Hufflepuff too. Alright, school starts in 2 weeks. All the info's on the sheet and have a great day. Oh, here's your wand. Oh, and I almost forgot. The school suggested that you start chipping away at these. Yeah, sorry the books are in bad condition. Well, see you later. Sir? Sir, you forgot your owl. Sir? Well, I guess I'm stuck with you. Man, who watches DVDs anymore? Well, might as well get started.
You guys know Harry Potter, right? The boy who lived, the lightning scar, was said to save the wizarding world from the most powerful dark wizard at the time. Brown hair. I think it's fair to say that the wizarding world has since been going strong even after the film series end 10 years ago. We've seen the release of the Fantastic Beasts series, a prequel of sorts. They've revived the Lego Harry Potter theme. They haven't closed the Harry Potter theme park yet, so I think it's time we went on a journey through the wizarding world and see how this franchise evolved from a book to a cultural phenomenon.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone released to cinemas on November 16th, 2001 in the US and grossed about $1 billion. And it's obviously a beloved movie to others because this movie still holds an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 64 on Metacritic. Now, I was one of those people that read the books before I saw the movies, which I would recommend you do. The Philosopher's Stone is still a fantastic read and a fantastic start to the series, as it hooks you in. It makes you want to find out what Harry gets up to over his years at Hogwarts. Now, I have seen the movie more times than I have read the book, and I think that's to be expected because it's easier to watch a 2.5 hour long movie than it is to read a 200-page book. So let's dive right into the film adaptation of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
So wizards, right? They're a strange bunch, especially this guy. Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. He's meeting up with this cat that changes into an old woman named Minerva McGonagall. Then this huge dude named Hagrid comes riding in on a Midas cycle from the sky, holding a baby. Then they leave the baby on the doorstep of the baby's aunt and uncles, who are described as
the worst sort of muggles imaginable.
To which Dumbledore responds with, Yeah, I know, you know what, shut up. Fast forward 11 years and we see Harry chilling in the cupboard under the stairs, who is then rudely interrupted by his cousin Dudley. It's his birthday and they go to the zoo. Harry released the snake from his cage, making the glass disappear somehow, and Harry is locked in the cupboard. Fast forward a few weeks, Harry gets a letter. Wait, Harry? A letter? But he has no friends. The letter is confiscated from him, but more come. And then more. 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 Until Uncle Vernon moves them to an old shack in the middle of the ocean, where the letters can't get to him. But Hagrid comes in because he can ride a boat as well and says to Harry that he's a wizard. Then he takes Harry away because he doesn't want to stay with his smelly aunt and uncle. Turns out that letter was to a wizard school called Hogwarts, where they teach young wizards how to do magic and not maths, apparently, because maths is stupid and you don't really need it anyway, according to the wizards. But it turns out Harry is famous because he defeated the evilest wizard of all time when he was a baby. He's so evil, the wizarding community are afraid to say his name. I'm not, his name is Voldemort. Because of his mother's love for him, when Voldemort tried to kill Harry after killing his mother and father, the killing curse rebounded and then he went poof. The only damage that was done to Harry was becoming an orphan and the lightning-shaped scar on his forehead. Fast forward to the train ride to Hogwarts from platform 9 3/4, don't question it. He makes friends with this redhead named Ron and this brainiac named Hermione, and enemies with this blonde boy named Draco. Throughout the school year, Harry starts to suspect that one of his teachers, Severus Snape, is out to kill him by using something called the Philosopher's Stone. So the Golden Trio set out to find the stone before Snape does. I left out a lot of details about the actual movie, but that will give you a general gist of what the series is built off.
Now, you may have different opinions on this movie depending on if you look at it as an adaptation of a text or just a regular old movie. Now, for movies based on books, it's easy to see what they kept, what they changed, what they left out of the original source material. But for people who haven't even read the book, those changes aren't apparent.
So, how does this movie stand as an adaptation of the original book? For me, it's like they took what I was picturing in my mind and made it 10 times better. I think we can all agree that the movie looks magnificent. They did their research. Hogwarts is a great example because everything is so seamless. You see the characters walk outside and they appear on the grounds. The moving staircases work with the castle's layout. Story-wise, it takes all the fluff out of the books and makes a more condensed story. Not to make it too simplistic, but to make it fit into the movie's runtime. Now, looking at this as a movie, it's alright. You're already rolling the dice when working with child actors who haven't even reached puberty, but it could be worse. Pacing was a bit slow. I don't think it needed to be 2 hours and 32 minutes. The CGI trail looked pretty good, but for an early 2000s movie era. I think that the conclusion that most of us come to is that it was only up from here.
Being the first movie in a series can be hard because it is the movie that sets expectations for the franchise. And while this movie wasn't a bad start, it was just a slow one that needed to be overcome. But it did show a lot of potential, and like I said before, the franchise can only go up from here. Why am I saying this like it's just come out? The series has been out for 20 years already. So I'm going to give Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone 7 bricks out of 10. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go study up on my wizarding knowledge. Don't want to sound like a stupid muggle on my first day of school.